So here we are, and Joe, we were just driving by, and a while back, Joe had a picture of a fountain in his mind, and so we're driving along the main road, and we see a fountain, or like water shooting up into the sky, and then we drove up here, we're looking around, and I'm a little skeptical, but what I know is Joe's been right before, so we'll see if anything turns up here.
We started with a whisper, not a map. No blueprint, no bold command, just a tap on the shoulder of the soul. Drive south, don't ask why, just go. 3 of us in my old car, faith and coffee, headed far. Not sure if we were following a dream or just losing our minds. Joe said he saw a fountain in a prayer. Now there's not much water on a mountain to bear, but 15 minutes later there it was, water rising like a hallelujah just because. We pulled off the road just chasing grace, found a quiet hill, not a soul in the place. And I thought, well, we tried, but God had other plans. There's a fountain on the mountain, but it's not where you think. It's a broken pipe beside a field where the thirsty come to drink. It's not a spotlight or a platform, no crowd to make it grand, just a mother with a prayer, and God's justice close at hand. She came out with a sorrow in the sun, said her daughter been taken, now she's gone. No phone, no way to reach her cries, just a silent war behind her eyes. We prayed not knowing what to say, said goodbye and drove away, but the water kept rising and the spirit didn't leave. Funny thing about broken lines, they still carry water in God's time. And when you don't know what to do, He just might use you. There's a fountain on the mountain, but it's not where you think. It's a broken pipe beside a field where the thirsty come to drink. It's not a spotlight or a platform, no crowd to make it grand, just a mother with a prayer, and God's justice close at hand. Oh. Found her weeks later, halfway gone, held in a place where right felt wrong. But someone knocked and the door gave way. She stepped into the light that day. No credits rolled, no choir swelled, but heaven wept and angels yelled. And somewhere in a quiet room, her mama finally slept. There's a fountain on the mountain, still flowing full and free, where God will meet the ones who seek and bring the captives peace. So go where He will lead you, don't fear the in-between, for even through a broken pipe, He parts the seas unseen.
This summer, a small group of people from TIC were spending time with Jesus. They had a sense God wanted them to go to Jade Mountain, Yushan, to share the good news of Jesus, to pray for healing for people that they met. As they approached the foot of Jade Mountain, Joe, our own Joe, who's making sure that all of these technical connections happen decently and in order. Joe sensed in his spirit, as they were praying, that God was saying they should drive into the mountains and that there they would find a fountain. They drove and drove. There was no fountain. But suddenly they saw in the distance water spraying into the sky like a fountain. Wow. They said, what shall we do? Let's drive toward the fountain. Well, the fountain turned out to be formed from a broken water pipe, so water was spraying into the sky. But that broken water pipe fountain guided them. This is sort of like the Star of the Wise Men, I guess you could say. They guided them to a village where they found a woman who claimed that she was the only Christian in her neighborhood. Then she was in great distress. Her daughter, Meow, and some others from the village had been deceived into going to Cambodia in pursuit of jobs. You may have read about this in the paper. Quite a lot of people are being trapped in this kind of thing from Taiwan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, different places. But when they got there, their passports were confiscated, and they were forced to participate in phone scams that were run by gangsters. They had become victims of human trafficking. They were basically prisoners in Cambodia. Well, the team prayed for the mother and for Meow and for the others from the village who were in Cambodia. They prayed that God would set them free. Pastor Peter immediately reported this story to Liz, who had attended TIC when she was in Taiwan, and she was now working for International Justice Mission, IJM. You may have heard of IJM. IJM has an office in Cambodia that works to free people who are caught in human trafficking. So when they returned to Taipei, Eric began to make phone calls to pursue this contact with IJM and with other contacts in Cambodia. He and his daughter Tiffany were able to locate Meow in Cambodia. They continued working with IJM. They made contact with the government of Taiwan here. Weeks stretched into months. Many people prayed. Eric never gave up. This past week, Meow and some others returned home to their family and friends.